Hello. Nice. Okay. I think my hello. Let me double check if I'm getting this. Okay. Copy and not here. Not here. Let's see. Let's see if I can. Oh, that's great.
That's great.
Mm, so the sound, the volume. Okay. It should be a bit more sensitive. Input volume. Now I think it's better. Hello. Okay. Hello everyone. So today we're gonna just this is my very first yeah this is my name is Imran. I am from Pakistan, currently living in the UK in Manchester. I don't know if I should share this precise information about the location or not, but yeah, um, here I am. I am a software engineer with almost a decade of experience from Multan, Pakistan. Uh, my childhood was mostly in Muzaffargarh, which is near to Multan. Um, I I spent like 10 years in Lahore. Went to university there in fast Lahore, and after that did job there as well for a couple of years, and then back to Multan when I got remote job. So after that, I am still doing remote job even in the UK because I was hired on that um, on on that note. So yeah, so right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to learn a little bit about Typescript. I went through all the questions from not all the questions actually. I went through the questions, beginner level questions. If you can see here, I did all of them, all but just the last one, the type unions that I'm currently doing at the moment. This is a very good website to start with, uh, but it's not the perfect one because it like even if if I for a person who uh, know a little bit about programming. So if you go to this generic function arguments, this even though this is the second beginner's exercise, it is quite tough for the person who is doing this for the very first time, like who's doing programming for the very first time. So for those people who are mm, who wants who really wants to get into this TypeScript learning path, I'd recommend using going to executeprogram.com, and there they have this TypeScript basic and intermediate and advanced level, and you can start with basic. It's very very easy, and it takes you step by step towards a complete program, like to a complete programmer course from beginner to intermediate to advanced. There I think I'm doing this. Let me share that as well. I don't know if you guys can see with the same. Let me check. Am I just stop sharing? I need to share again. Uh, Not just tab window. The TypeScript basic. Yeah. So why my connection is unstable. So you can see this is execute program com, and it's quite impressive website. So it's free as well. So no credit card needed to start. And yeah, here you can see TypeScript basic, everyday TypeScript, which means intermediate, and then advanced TypeScript. So it got quite large amount of exercises, examples. So yeah, I think starting from here would be a very good path. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. What problem have union solved? Okay, in a previous example for types, this is missing a problem. Well, I'm a quite slow reader. So I'm trying to improve that. So if I'm slowing you down, feel free to do it on your own pace, by going to typehero.dev, creating your account. It's also free. Um, and yeah, I'm sure you will do that much faster than me. So yeah, we were writing code for a facial. Yeah, okay. We have some places in our code that take a unit of norm, and some places in our code unit of meters. How to use it? Meters and miles. Okay, so that's how you do it. Hmm. You know, and the type isn't. You see these kind of things, like for example, this properties of unions. I don't know why people try to make things difficult if they can explain something in very simple words, and like even a 5-year old can understand. They use these big jargons to explain something and try to make that even more difficult. And okay, so unions are unordered. If you implement hacks to try to depend on the order, your test will break across different TypeScript versions. The items in the union are unique, so doing 1, 1, 2, 3 is the same as 1, 2, 3. The never type is an empty union. We'll learn more about never later on. Solving this challenge, we started integrating with a new API from a vendor that only publishes data in feet. Now we need to update the distance according to the context switch to the completely different task. Realistic, isn't it? And update the position types union members until there are no more errors in the test. So this is okay. So this part, these are the tests that will run on this code. And according to this website, they suggest you to look at these tests and then update your code accordingly, so that your code is covering every test case that's written here. So if these things don't make any sense to you, you'll have to look into this to update this code. You cannot edit or do anything in this code because this is the test cases written by them, and it's part of this process to actually look into the test cases in order to solve the problem. So test cases is actually the problem, not and the problem is not here. Like this will not give you much context about the problem. The test cases will. Okay, so this says that yeah, there are multiple cases. The dot unit. Okay, so we need to create another unit because there are currently two units, meters, and this is miles, and it returns meters. This is my meters, and okay, this is feet. So we can see feet. Okay, case miles. Okay, that unit feet. Case feet unit meters. Got distance, get distance in meters, and you pass the distance in it. You have to add feet here as well. So now you see this actually solved this error. That means we have passed this. And if we go down, okay, so we actually covered a lot of it for just one change. And this one, this is the position element. This should be the same. Okay, so switching from here, top return top 0, left return left 0. That means we need to add left, and then we need to add center, and then we need to add right. Okay, missed this, and we need to add bottom left, and then bottom right, and that's it. So you can see all these cases are passed with the changes that we made. So it was missing this feed type, and from that it was missing these, yeah, this left, center, right, bottom left, bottom right. So these were missing with the union in this union type. And that's all for the type unions. Okay, so the good thing is we have done what we should be done with all of them. Yeah. And what else? Now we should go to the medium challenges. That was, and there are 56 of them, and then extreme, which are just 17. So that means the medium number is way higher than the easy had just 13, which is like I think it shouldn't take much. I don't know if they have this as description about what easy will consist of, like the type of problems that we're going to be solving in easy, and the type of question in the extreme and in normal and hard, whatever it is. Yeah, beginner, easy, medium, hard, and extreme. But yeah, this is a good categorization between the different challenges. And if we let's start with read only. So today we're gonna be just doing this one read only, and this we're gonna move to this one, and let's start. Okay, implement the built-in read only. This is template, by the way. If you don't know that, you have to start from the beginning. Okay, generic. Implement the built-in that's generic without using it. Constructs a type with all properties of T set to read only, meaning the properties of the constructed type cannot be reassigned. Okay, for example, we have this interface that implements these two, and then there is my read only to do, and to do we'll have these. Okay, error cannot reassign. So all right, because this is constant, so you cannot reassign that. That's nice. Okay, let's see if we can do anything. We can. Okay, so to do one, what is to do one? Well, this is to do one, and we have to we have to create an interface for that, right? Interface, just like this. No, there is already an interface for that. All we have to do is okay, this is the type. That means if we do const, and that's to do one, because this is a to do app. My to do, my to do is from my read only to do one, and it's gonna give me the title, the description. Why it's not showing? Okay, the complete, for example, true, and the meta, for example, author, this, and yeah, I think it should work. So we have created this my to do. So if my to do read only, so it should have this read only return. It should return only the read only. My to do, my read only to do one. Okay, so this is expecting. Oh, okay. This is expecting the whole thing, which is this, right? And null from that. Okay. So this is not just expecting one thing. This is expecting two things. which is read only, and T U and my read only and this. The false does not satisfy the constraints. The false does not satisfy the constraints. To do one and to do one, this is equals this, and it's trying to get the read only. To do commenting this out, so I just trying to understand what's happening here. So this is passing this. But the thing is, this read only consists of this read only as well. So do we have like anything like read only type read only? Okay, and then T or U equals to any. And what is this? Duplicate identifier read only was also declared here. What do you mean? What is this? Why this read only is? So this and this. So you do this. Constructor type with all properties of T set to read only. Well, this is supposed to be easy. I'm so dumb. Implement the built-in without using it. Constructor type with all properties of T set to read only. How can you set something to read only without? Okay, so this is the read only. So this equals actually expecting this read only, and this expects something true. Hmm. That means that means it should be this comes to here. Okay. Hmm. To do one, I don't know. I have to look into the solution. The question requires you to have the prerequisite knowledge of the read-only modifier. And what read-only utility type does? The read-only modifier is prepended to a property which makes it const. Like meaning you cannot modify the property. Where there is read-only utility type applies to all properties. Give that Given that we are trying to replicate the read-only utility, we are going to have to must make use of the read-only modifier. But how do we make it apply to all of the fields? This is where the index signature comes in. This allows us to create a type of, given that we know the general shape. In this case, the general shape should be the same as t, but we, with the read-only modifier applied to each property. Shit. This was not expected. So read only k in key of t tk. What the hell? I would like I couldn't I would have never done it in a million years. So this read only so that's how it made everything read only. This doesn't make sense. I'll need to look into it. Why read only k in key of t? So this is the key and this is the value. Where are the key values? This is marking everything as read only. Well, I'm done for today. This was like mind boggling. I feel stupid. I need some rest. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.